Well, it's an absolutely beautiful early April evening. 5:10. I've been fishing for about an hour. I've had a couple of F1s. Fishing at 13 metres, 4mm expander pellet on a size 18 fine wire hook. Could get roach, small skimmers, F1s. There are some bigger carp in here. So I've gone on to a bit bigger elastic. Just throwing a few little expanders every now and again. Yep, one of the F1 carp. Managed. Good. Another nice fish. Perfectly scaled. Again about a pound. This is skimmer. Come on out. Come on. It's a bit better F1. Let's get rid of these pellets. Not ridiculously big, and I'm on quite a heavy elastic because I'm fishing right near some weeds, and I had a couple of fish take me deep in, so. I'm sure by now most of you have heard of the quick release connectors. Reels are the inventor of this innovation. These are made by Prologic. They're very distinctive. They're a light blue colour and diamond knurling on the male part. This is the medium sized connector, which is the original size. We now do the small size connector that is for non-load bearing items, mainly for bite alarms and butt rests on carp pods. You've got the large size, which is a third again bigger than the medium one, and that's been designed for specimen handles, and a lot of match fishermen who now have to use 3 necks on the commercial fisheries like to have these on their short keep net bank sticks. For those that haven't actually seen the connector, let me just show you a little bit more about it. Find yourself a narrow 14mm spanner, give it that extra little tweak. So that's on the Clever Claw. The other part is now going to go on to the bank stick. Just screw that onto a standard piece of bank stick, again with a spanner. Just going to tighten that on, and there you are. Click, and your accessories on. Now that can be a landing net head, it can be a keep net, a bait weighter, a pole tulip. Just to release it, pull the collar back, and out it comes. There are some stainless steel balls in there, and when you pull the collar back those balls go loose. You can't get it back until you pull the collar back. There, and that's firmly locked now into those little indentations on the male part, so you can't turn it and you can't pull it apart. Just pull the collar back though to release it, and away in your box. You know, I showed you on the connector just now that you pull the collar back to get the male part out. Without even pulling the collar back on this one, it's that poorly made. If I hold onto the thread and the male part, it actually just pulls apart. A Swedish angler actually lost his keep net into the deep margins of a lake. He got some fish in it, he turned round, net had gone. It's that poorly made that if I continue to pull, that collar will actually completely pull off there and all fall to pieces. But just to show you again, it looks like a connector, but in actual fact it's a pull apart type connector, so steer completely clear of that. I won't go through all of them perhaps, but that's an early connector. You can see that it's got quite big indentations. They all will break through into the next one if you give it a twist. The same applies to this one, but this one is very distinct. Here's one that's got like a different pattern on that ring there, but it's still a copy. Now if you watch this, I'll hold it down here. This one is a pop out one. You'll see it fly up in the air, so you pull the collar back there. See how that's sprung out? You can see that it's got like a two-stepped male part. The narrow part there, the collar stays back. I call this over-engineered, because why make something more complicated than it needs to be? When you push, that sort of clicks back in again. As I say, it's spring-loaded. If I just pull that back, you can't miss them. Boing, out it pops. Tighten that onto there. Tighten it up with a spanner, just tweak it up. But now just watch this. If I put that one together, now the ProLogic connectors, you saw that I couldn't turn. If I just give that a turn now, there, you can hear that clicking noise there. Then when I pull that apart, look, it's taken all the metal out of those in between the indentations, so that connector now, in theory, is ruined. As you see, it's very easy to just lift, drop in again, just lift your knee, put your knee under the pole, lift, drop. That often gets you a take. Plenty of fish out there. Slide the pole out on the bump bar, pole not on your legs at all. There we are, fish on, look, pole's under the water, clever claws holding it, just lean down with your hand, release the claw, there you are. I'll come back to there, click the claw on again. I'm just going to flick a bit more bait out while he's just playing himself out a bit on the elastic, look. Just going to flick a bit more out, keep me interested, release the claw, start pushing the pole back. I don't know, 4 or 5 pound common. Okay, pop him straight back in.